YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to another series, potentially, to a pilot video. That's what I'm considering this. I'm calling this a pilot video. Honestly, I'm fresh out of the shower, and I was just kind of sat around doing nothing in particular, to be honest. And I felt, you know what? I kind of feel like recording something, but I have a bit of a backlog right now. I have an Isaac going up today, and then 2 more videos waiting to be edited to go up after that. So if this video is a real thing that happens and comes out, then it probably won't be coming out for another couple of days from now. But I wanted to give it a go. I wanted to talk to NSL, to Not So Livid first, in which case if you're seeing this, I probably have spoken to him. He came to me in a Genshin conversation. I can't remember if we were playing together or if he just DM'd or what. I think we were playing together. And he was like, hey, peep my Spotify really quick. So I had a little glance and I see a little playlist in there. I think I'd already noticed it. The title of the playlist was a concept, and that concept was, I just realised I have no reason to not have this pulled up right now. If you could pick only one song from each album in your library, what would that playlist look like? There are some rules. If there's a lot of singles for an artist, you can combine them into an album, but you have to include one song from every album. No more, no less. That's the gimmick, that's the bit. I said, that sounds brilliant, that sounds like some good content. I enjoy music content, I enjoy music-based content. I don't know if you noticed, I've made a whole channel about it. So that sounds fun, that sounds up my alley. Slight problem. There are 0 albums in my library. I have no library. I have no artists, I have no albums, I just have playlists. When I transferred over from Google Play Music over to Spotify, I transferred like a couple of, like, maybe like 5 to 10 playlists out of like 150 or something stupid, ridiculous, and I've just slowly been building up from there. And then I never did any library stuff. I used to have albums and artists and all sorts in there, and then I just never bothered with Spotify. So it maybe got put on ice a little bit, it maybe got put on the back burner a little bit, but I went, you know what? It's time. This isn't a time for excuses. This is a time to organise, and this is a time to create some content in what I think is a fun concept, and will be interesting for I think it'll be fun for myself to do, and I also think it'll be interesting to see what NSL does on his as well. So that said, this is the reason why I'm calling this a pilot, is because I haven't yet decided how I'm going to go about this. My thought was I could add things to my library and then pick the songs for the playlist as I'm adding stuff to my library, right? Alright, I tried. It was a new record. I lasted 5 minutes, but I can't do it. It just annoys me. It doesn't help that the webcam, this isn't like how, like, it's not quite right. This isn't the 100% accurate aspect ratio of this webcam. It's squeezed in a bit to fit the box on the overlay, so I look like thinner, and I think that I don't like that. Almost makes the shape of my head worse, and it makes how I feel about my hair even worse. So that doesn't help. I never mentioned that before, but yeah, the webcam is usually wider than this, and it's squeezed in. So I think what I'm gonna do is today we're gonna get a little bit random with it, and we're just gonna throw some random artists, and I'm just gonna skim through and get a bit of an idea of the concept and have some fun with it. And then I think tonight I'm gonna make tonight the night I finally do my library, and I'm just gonna go through and I'm just gonna add every album that I like, or that I would have had in my previous library or whatever. I'm just gonna add a ton of them. So as of right now, I don't have my library. However, hopefully, if I have fun with this, and I think this works as a video, and I decide to do another one, I can actually go through my actual library, and that'll make sense. For now, though, we're going to do some random artists. That said, allow me to pivot. So this is my homepage. I'm just going to be a little careful here, and I obviously will be editing this, so any potential doxification can be dealt with. That's just keeping an eye on the framing. I had the wherewithal to cut out my friend activity. I don't want to dox any of my friends, any of their names or their beautiful faces. Some absolute beauties on my right, and also there's I have lots of like famous friends and stuff, really cool people over there, like Malala and Juju Smith-Schuster and the lead singer of Papa Roach, and just cool people like that. Lots of cool people that probably, when they become friends with me on Spotify, they put their faith in me that I wouldn't reveal their personal listening habits. Jacoby from Papa Roach doesn't want people knowing that he's listening to Cara Cara Bonito right now, because that'd be embarrassing. Oops, did I say that? I don't have any famous people on there, but I do have my friends on there, and let me tell you, you guys are missing out. There's some absolute stunners on my right now, and also my own name as well is on the screen somewhere. So I want to, I want to be careful, but this is what my homepage looks like. This is my, stuff I've been listening to recently. No, this is stuff I've been listening to recently. Here's some shows to try. Absolutely no chance. I was thinking about this bloke last night. Who the fuck is he? I've heard this name so much, and I still don't know who he is or where he came from. Like, I feel like at some point he just had a podcast and was famous. But I don't know where he came from or like who he is. But I think he's friends with Elon, so definitely never gonna click play on that. Happy Hour podcast. That's Jackmate. I like Jackmate. Crouchy, Spurs legend. Love Crouchy. And XFM, the Ricky Gervais podcast I've heard all of pre-Spotify, so I don't really need to worry about that. Listen, we're going to make a playlist right now. Yoink. And then I'm going to call it If You Had to Take a Song from Every Album in Your Library, what would that playlist look like? Was I not holding shift that whole time? Yeah, I'm holding shift. Oh, because caps lock is on, so it was uncaps locking it. Yeah, you know what, that'll do. Context, maybe I'll give some at some point. I just can't bother typing it all out right now. So this is my... Oh, created by no one. Doesn't matter. That's no one. And then we're just going to get started. So what I thought would be interesting to do, I'm going to have to do some blurring here. When I first made Spotify, and I think... So this isn't going to be entirely blurred. I think I'm going to keep... I'm only going to follow, like, friends and stuff. I don't think there's any point in following artists for the most part. As far as I know, so I'm going to keep it to only following friends. But I followed, like, 5 or 6 artists when I got this, just the first few that came to mind. So I think it'd be fun to work through those artists. And then that's, like, a good starting point, and maybe we'll take it from there. Or maybe that'll be it. So I have 6 artists I followed. And then 5 whole friends, which is very exciting. So let's start with Arctic Monkeys. It's alphabetical. Hopefully you can see it again. Here we are, we're on Arctic Monkeys. This will be both very easy and very difficult, depending on the album. So let's take it back here, and then we'll see. I don't really know how to approach editing this. Do I put music in the background? I put a little bit of lo-fi in there? I don't know. Whatever people say I am. So this is Arctic Monkeys' debut album. This will definitely... All of Arctic Monkeys will probably be in the library. Live at the Royal Albert Hall in 2020 during my pandemic. Okay, so look, I don't know how to approach this, but there's going to be, it's the entire library. This could be an 800 episode series. So I'm going to try and speed through them relatively quickly. Obviously, there was a big fat intro just now, but that's because it's the start of a series. But I'm going to try and not be too long on each. Pre-warning, before I get into any of this, if you've ever seen any of my Isaacs, or if you've ever spent any time with me under the influence, either IRL or in gaming sessions, probably not IRL, the people who'd be watching this video, but in gaming sessions, I know you all have. A good few times now I've gotten to this point. I'm a singer. I like singing. I'm a singy boy. Can I sing? No, absolutely not, and that's why I'm putting the warning on here. My voice is terrible for singing. My voice is fine regularly. I used to hate it, but Maria changed my mind on it. So shout out to Maria for that. But my singing voice leaves a little to be desired. The timbre doesn't quite translate into melody very well. So forewarning, I will be singing probably. So this one, look, there's some absolute bangers on this one. There's some Essential AM on here. Bet you look good on the dance floor. Mardy Bums, just such a mood lifter. This as the ending of an album, especially a debut album. When the sun goes down, this is always coming on like when you search for a song and it like plays through. It keeps playing music. It's always giving me When the Sun Goes Down. So I love this one. And then A Certain Romance. Oof, what a way to close an album, especially a debut album. However, as far as like playlist goes, or as far as like individual songs, I think it'd be a little unfair to say, hey, gets bonus points for being a great opener or a great outro, because you don't hear that in playlist context. It's tough for me. When the Sun Goes Down is so good, man. That like early Arctic Monkeys storytelling that's through a lot of this album, and then a lot on Favorite Worst Nightmare as well, and then kind of wavered a little bit. Oh, it's so good. For me, you know what? I'm going to hit you with Mardy Bum. I'm going to hit you with Mardy Bum. And now I have to find this playlist. It's right at the top. It lifts my mood every single time. I love it. And I love calling people a Mardy Bum, a Mard ass, you know? Favorite Worst Nightmare, welcome to this new segment of the new series I like to call my most controversial Arctic Monkeys opinion. I know what it's going to be for me. I know. So 505, pristine. Absolute classic. I was singing this on like Friday night or something when we were playing Minecraft. I love this song. I absolutely adore this song. It's a fantastic song. Something about Do Me a Favor, it just slightly, just ever so slightly puts it on a slight another level to me in terms of like the slow vibing and then the build up. I think as like an individual moment, the hit in 505 maybe goes a bit harder, but the whole like explosion at the end, I think Do Me a Favor edges it. And there's some great songs. Fluorescent Adolescent is like the Arctic Monkeys song. That's the song that introduced like 90% of Arctic Monkeys fans to them. Thanks to the In-Betweeners. Shout out to the In-Betweeners for that one. This is like golden Arctic. This is as essential Arctic Monkeys could get is Fluorescent Adolescent. So obviously that's a great song. Brainstorm and Teddy Picker are bangers. I love Only One to Know, and I hope you're holding hands by New Year's Eve. It's great, but you've got to be in the right mood for it, or it's just going to like sap the energy out of you. I love Old Yellow Bricks. I heard the song for the first time when I was really young and didn't know who it was by, and then years later was listening through Favorite Worst Nightmare, you know, one song at a time, as you tend to do when you listen to albums. And when I got to Old Yellow Bricks and heard it again, my mind, I was like, oh shit, dude, this is that song I heard like years ago and forgot existed. Dorothy was right though. This is Do Me a Favor for me. 505, very close, absolute incredible masterpiece of a song. I just really like Do Me a Favor. And then we get into really easy territory. Crying Lightning is just so fucking good. It's one of my favorite Arctic Monkey songs, and I think it's pretty much head and shoulders above the entire rest of the album in my opinion. And then this one, again, this one's pretty easy for me. It's a little closer. Power Drive Walls is really good. Suck in Sea, She's Thunderstorms, Black Treacle. I just really like, for whatever reason, I just really like Love is a Laser Quest. It's always been one that I really like. Do you still think that love is a laser quest? I don't know why or what about this song it was that really hit me, but I just always really like that one. And now we move back into impossible territory. So, okay, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. I Wanna Be Yours is my favourite Arctic Monkey song, hands down. It's also one of my favourite songs of all time. And therefore is pretty comfortably my favourite song on AM, right? I think outside of that it's very tough. Knee Sucks, Snap Out of It, Why Are You Only Coming When You're High, Arabella, Are You Mine, Do I Want to Know are all like pretty much on the same level and are all incredible. Number One Party Anthem and Mad Sounds I give a miss most of the time. It depends what mood I'm in. I Want It All is fine. One for the Road's pretty good, but you know, it depends what, you know, I'm not always super into it. And then Fireside's decent. This album is one of my favourite albums. I absolutely adore it. Although I understand why, you know, a lot of people out there think it's just a bit of a snoozer, which I also get is fine. I Want to Be Yours it's one of my favourite songs of all time. Maybe right now, right in this moment, I should pick a different song, because this song does very much make me think about someone that I'm not supposed to be thinking about right now. As does Do I Want to Know, which just hit 1 billion streams, by the way, on Spotify. That's pretty sick. I love I Want to Be Yours, man. I don't care if it makes me think of her. It can make me think of her, dude. I'm thinking about her all the time anyway. And then here's a crazy fun fact. I just never listened to Tranquility Base yet. I've just not got around to it. So we won't be doing Tranquility Base. Alright, now we've got Billie Eilish. This could be fun. I mean, she only has 2 projects on here. For some reason, Don't Smile at Me is really far down. Again, this is another one. If you know my Billie opinions, you'll probably know the 2 I'll go with here, or at least definitely the one on here. Watch is so good. Bellyache is so good. Hostage is good in the right move. And Burn is really good, although obviously that's just a variation of Watch. But it's a great version. I like Vince Staples. I like his verse on this. I like what they do with the song. So those are great songs. Ocean Eyes is my favourite Billy song. It always has been. It always will be. I think it was the first one I heard. I just really like that one. I really like that one. And you gotta be in the mood for it again, for sure. So I don't know about how it's gonna sit in a playlist of random songs, but it's my favourite one. When we fall asleep, I would say it's probably I Love You. I like Elo Milo. Listen before I go. When the Party's Over is really good. You Should See Me in a Crown's pretty good. I'm gonna go with I Love You. I like this song. This song. When I first heard this, and it's funny. So I listened to this album with my sister in a car ride, and we got as far as Elo Milo. And then I had to go home. That's as far as we got listening together. And then when I got home, I listened to the rest of it, and I was like, "Yo, I'm glad I listened to I Love You by myself because I might have cried, or maybe I did kind of cry." Dude, this song is just like it's like transcendental. Like you're almost like I don't even know how to really describe. It's so good, man. It's such a good song, and it's so like. I don't know. It's one of those where sometimes you don't know how to, and I say this on the reaction channel sometimes you just don't really know how to articulate the way music makes you feel all the time. Again, similar to Ocean Eyes, I can't necessarily listen to this all the time freely because it's going to potentially, have me feeling a certain type of way that I don't necessarily want to be feeling a certain feeling 24/7, But this song... And it's so well written, and the production. I mean, the production of the whole album is just insane for sure. But this song, and to end it as well on this, and then it kind of leaves you sitting on this, and then there's Goodbye that kind of like you're listening to Goodbye, which is obviously kind of like the weird little like montagey song, but you're listening to Goodbye, kind of reflecting on the whole album, as you're still like coming down from I Love You, and it's like Goodbye is almost just like a mood piece. I Love You, like a bit of a palate cleanser afterwards, but it just kind of lets you simmer down a bit. Yeah, this song's so good. This song's really good. So that's gonna go on there. It's already on there. Okay, good job, Reese. Next we have Dave. So he only has one out. Oh, we can do Game Over as well, of course. I don't know if anyone watching this knows any Dave music. If you don't, I adore Dave. He's so fucking cool, man. I love him so much. He's one of my favourite artists of all time, one of my favourite rappers of all time. In my opinion, as far as like British rap goes, British hip-hop goes, he's like the pinnacle right now, or like the best to, if I'm going to recommend anyone, then he's the one. Game Over, a little EP back in 2017. This is a toughie. Question Time hit pretty hard at the time, and even now, still, he's got some great points. Although obviously it was about like very specific political situations, so over 3 years a lot has changed. But he's talking to like David Cameron and Theresa May and Jeremy Corbyn, who are all already just 3 years later things of the past. I can't remember the last time anyone mentioned David Cameron, and obviously Theresa May's been out for like a couple of years now. Even Corbyn has been out as Labour leader for like a year now, unfortunately. Now we're stuck with Keir Starmer. Anyway, listen, Question Time. Question Time's pretty good. Calling Me Out and No Words are great. I don't think, and as individual songs are nice to just bop to. They're fun. I don't think I would put them in the... Yo, what the heck? You're Calling Me Out is 9 million. No Words is 83 million. I've always seen these on like the exact same level. I know No Words as a feature, and then it had a music video as well, No Words, I'm pretty sure, so maybe that makes sense. That's wild. It's gotta be either How I Met My Ex on my 19th birthday. How I Met My Ex is just peak Dave storytelling. My 19th birthday is probably peak Dave storytelling, but like slightly better wordplay and punchlines and stuff. I think it's gonna be my 19th birthday. How I Met My Ex is really good and showed a lot of his like emotional maturity. He's what, like 2007. How old is he now? Like 23. So he's what, like 20 when this came out, or like 19. Oh, my 19th birthday. No shit. Oh, you fucking. I was trying to like do the math on when it was that he would have done this song. Yeah, he was 19. That's the whole point of the song. I'm stupid. My 19th birthday, the kind of maturity he shows on How I Met My Ex and the same on mine is just incredible. And that whole the bit on my 19th birthday, the Any man tested me, I'm one step away like a five-a-side penalty. Every Santander nationwide remembers me, right? Pocket full of cards, I'm a referee. It's fucked. It's fucked up. It's insane. Because the football thing, he's one step away from like snapping, but like a five-a-side penalty because you only take one step to take a penalty in five-a-side. And he says every Santander nationwide remembers me, as in like because he's got a lot of money, so all of the Santanders in the country, but nationwide is also a bank. Right pocket full of cards, I'm a referee because of the money things. He's got so many cards, but then it's like it's keeping with the football theme. Nasty, man, nasty. And that basically that whole song is just that. And it also has like a harp kind of in through like the whole second half of the song. And I played this through the mic to Maria one night and asked her if it was a harp. And I'm pretty sure she said it wasn't. It was like a different instrument I don't remember the name of. But in my head, it's a harp. So that's going to be my 19th birthday for me. Although it is 9 minutes long, so it's probably not the best suited to a playlist. But anyway, Psychodrama, this is impossible. This cannot be done. This is one of my favourite albums to ever exist. It was my album of the year 2019, and it was my album of the year again in 2020, just because it was that good. So I decided. Like this, in my opinion, if someone was like, "Hey, what's a good like British hip hop album?" This is the one. This is the pinnacle. It's so good to me. And obviously it hits personally because it's a concept album. It takes the form of a therapy session. So in between each of the songs, his therapist is speaking to him, and it leads into the next song. He's talking about various insecurities, and like Leslie is a story about this girl he knew who was a victim of domestic abuse. So in the therapy session, his therapist is like, talking about using other people's problems to put his own problems into perspective. And there's songs like Environment, which is talking about like the dark side or the harsher side of being like a successful rapper, and people only seeing the positives and stuff. And it's insane. It's such a good album. The concepts, and like there's a lot of like mental health discussion in this as well. Black as a song absolutely blew my mind the first time I heard it. And if you haven't heard this, particularly the Brits performance from last year, it was like February last year. It was like one of the last things that happened before COVID started. One of the last like live things or last award shows or whatever. It was just before COVID. That performance, I rewatched it like 2 weeks ago. I hadn't seen it since last year, and it gave me goosebumps all over again. Insane. And pretty much any song, it's great because it's such a brilliant album. Like, it really flows as an album. All the songs tonally and thematically fit together, but at the same time, there's still variety on it. You can pick each individual song so well for different moods, and they're all great. So, like, if I'm in a good mood, Voices, bang, it's an absolute bop. If I'm feeling a bit, a bit dark, a bit heavy, a bit grungy, something like Disaster maybe, something like Streatham. If I'm feeling a little bit, introspective, you got Psycho. If I want to chill a little bit, you got Purple Heart. If I want to just go like hear the bars, you go back to Psycho. You've got Drama. It really it's such a good album, man. I really can't praise this album highly enough. And the fact that he's like 21 as well, or 20 when he recorded and wrote most of it, 21 when it came out, is insane. I'm going to go, in terms of a playlist, I love Environment. I think it'd be a bit cheeky of me of all these songs to pick Environment. So I'm going to go with... Ooh, I don't know, this is a tough one. This might be the toughest one yet. Psycho... You know what? Psycho sums it up nicely. It sums it up nicely. It's maybe the basic choice. I think it sums it up nicely. What else have we got? Joji. So I don't know all of Joji. I don't know In Tongues. I've never listened to In Tongues. Ooh, actually, no. Wait. World Star Money. I like World Star Money, I think. So this is going to be World Star Money for me. I just haven't listened to In Tongues. But World Star Money's great. And then we keep scrolling. Ballads 1. So, okay, again, this is very difficult. This album is very, very good. I comfortably know which song is my most listened to song in this album, because I had a phase of listening to it just a ridiculous amount for like a month straight. That's going to be Yeah Right for me. And I'm just going to put it straight in just because I've listened to it so much. But this album is so good, man. Slow Dancing in the Dark has 500 million streams, dude. What the heck? Can't Get Over You is really good. And also Mood right now. Relate, maybe. Why am I still in LA? Oh my god! I'll see you in 40. Attention's really good. It's such a good. It's such a good album. It's such a good album. It's a bit heavy, and it's like, you wouldn't listen to it if you're in like a super happy mood. I wouldn't listen to Yeah Right if I was in a super happy mood for sure. But that's gonna be Yeah Right for me. It's so good. And the Nectar again. This one, I need to listen to it again. I've listened to it 4 or 5 times now, and it just never quite hit right. I think it's unfortunate that the singles were "Give Me Love," "Run," and "Sanctuary," and were all so damn good, and then were basically the three best songs on the album, in my opinion. Or at least I remember. Again, when I listen to it more, maybe they'll start to like certain things, or they'll start to stick out to me a little bit more. Oh, "Daylight" was a single as well, I think. Um, it's got to be "Run." "Give Me Love," I like "Give Me Love," and then "Sanctuary" is an absolute bop for sure. But Run isn't like something else, man. Run's on another level. The guitar work on this, the production on it is absolutely insane. The vocals, the way it builds and it builds and it gets so like grand. Like the soundscape is so broad as you're listening to it, and then it all comes crashing down at the end. And Run is like it's like pseudo rock, and I love that someone like this is quite, probably got quite like a young audience and stuff. 14 million monthly listeners, that's insane. It's like he's bringing a certain type of rock to people who wouldn't necessarily listen to that type of music. I love when artists do that. I think Harry Styles has a song called "She" that I think did a very similar thing. This, I don't know how to describe this song without you just hearing it. It's great. I love Frank, a different Frank, not the filthy one. Oh god, Blonde is going to be tough. Channel Orange. So straight away, look, there are some incredible songs on this. Thinking About You was 500 million as well. Thinking About You, Super Rich Kids is quite cracky. I like quite catchy. Like Pilot Jones, Crack Rock's pretty good. White's really good. I love Bad Religion. Again, bit of a mood right now for a particular situation I'm in. Something, unrequited love for me is nothing but a one-man cult. You know that one? Great song. Pink Matter is fucked up. That's a fantastic song. Three Stacks verse on Pink Matter is crazy. Great song. However, for me, I go straight to Pyramids and Lost every time. These it's not fair how good these two songs are. They are so good. Entirely different moods, entirely different tones. But, and my only thing is, again, Pyramids is 10 minutes long, so it's maybe not perfect for a playlist. It's so, the first time I heard Pyramids, I didn't, like, it was, when you're listening to, and the storytelling on both of these, a couple different types of stories and different things, they're so good, dude. They're so good. This one can just like ring. It's not like it gets stuck in your head. It just echoes around your brain for days at a time, and it is flawless. It's like Bohemian Rhapsody-esque. It's like modern prog almost. It's like the prog equivalent of R&B or hip hop. It's so good. It's such a good song, and like I said, it's 10 minutes and it melts into nothingness. For a playlist, I'm going to go with Lost, though, because it's only 4 minutes long rather than 10 minutes. And, if you're vibing, you just got, like, some completely random, eclectic playlist. You don't necessarily want a 10-minute one sliding in there. And Lost is catchy. Girl, you're lost. Lost in the thrill of it all. Donkey dunk. Donkey donkey dunk. Oh, I love Lost. Oh, it's such a great song. Los Angeles, India, Tokyo, Spain, Lost. Blonde. Blonde. So Blonde is one of my favourite albums. I feel like I've said that a few times already, but these are the first artists I thought to follow when I made a Spotify account. So naturally, they're artists I like quite a lot. Blonde is one of those, I basically only listen to it at this point when I some variation of down, either feeling down, emotionally speaking, or potentially down bad. I don't know, that doesn't happen though, so it doesn't matter too much. But this one, definitely I listened to this, I found it at like the ideal time. I didn't listen to it back in 2016. No, I did listen to it back in 2016, and it just didn't. I didn't quite resonate with it. So I did, and then I came back to it in like 2018, late 2018, early 2019. I'd just gone through a big fat breakup, so the subject matter of this album was like, yeah, this makes sense to me right now, and is a nice one to be emotional to. As far as picking an individual track for a playlist, and this is another one of those, there are a lot of individual songs that are great, like by themselves, but it works so much better as an album. As an album, this shit is pristine. The end of it, from White Ferrari onwards, White Ferrari, Siegfried, Godspeed, and Future are Free, you don't exist when you're listening to these 4 songs. Once you get to this point in the album, or if you just put White Ferrari on and let it run, which I wouldn't recommend doing unless you've heard the whole album already and are familiar with it. For this, what is this, like this is like 20 minutes, these 4 songs. You do not exist. You just are transported to another plane of existence while you're listening. You don't exist. Time doesn't exist. Other music doesn't exist. People, space, nothing exists whilst you're listening through these 4 songs. You're just transported entirely. And then, you know, Nike's is incredible. Ivy, Pink Plus White, Solo's got that great 3-stacks verse on it. Self Control is so good. There's some incredible songs on this. For me, and this might be the easy choice, this might be the cop-out answer, this might be the vanilla answer, I have not been the same person since I heard Nights for the first time. Nights, and this song is insane by itself, but it also is like so good in the context of the album. The thing where like the beat switch in Nights, the fact that it's perfectly in the center of the album, and that signifies a transition from the first half to the second half. Obviously, that's quite a running theme in the album. The point is like the 2 sides of his identity, the masculine versus the feminine, you know, the being bisexual and that sort of stuff. So to have that sort of symbolic, like perfectly in the center of the album beat switch that transitions from the first half of it to the second half of it. Obviously, tonally, it gets he's a bit more like, almost a bit more human with these songs. They're like slightly more like not stripped back, but there's less to them. There's more like instrumentation, and there's more like personal. The lyrics are a bit more like right there with you, like a friend, versus all of a sudden you switch to the second half of it, and it's like I said, it's like a different plane. It's like godly. It's just a totally different like tone to take or emotion to take, and that transition is incredible. And Nights, man, oh my god, Nights, the beat switch is fucked. I love when music gives you a feeling that you haven't felt from another song before, when you listen to a song and you feel something different from that song, and Nights does that. The beat switch in that, from the first time I heard it to if I listen to it right now, is just like, yeah, it's something else. A fan favourite, a favourite amongst the group, it's Dem Boys. It's Dem Boys from Burnage. It's Dem Boys from South Manchester. Oh baby, is this one going to be fun for me and no one else? So let's start it. For some reason, it puts What's the Story at the top because it's the Deluxe Remastered edition. So I'll just do What's the Story. You know, we'll do that What's the Story last, actually. So let's get down here to eventually, definitely, maybe, Untouchable album, incredible album. This one's funny for me. I think recency bias is going to take it here. For years and years, Live Forever was not only my favourite song on this album, but probably top 3 Oasis songs for me. It potentially is still top 5, at least. I love the song, I love what it stands for, I love the story behind it coming out, the Nirvana stuff. It's just a feel-good song, which is obviously the point of it. And it just... it's a great one. I love it. I really do love this song so much. However, the past year or so, and especially if we're talking about recency bias, this song has been in my rotation now for about the past month, the past couple of weeks. I've heard the song more times than I can count. I've just been listening to it a lot. It's been in my head. But even on the past year, I honestly think Slide Away. Let me be the one who shines with you in the morning. We don't know what we'll do. It's such a good song. 2 of a Kind. We'll make it somewhere and we can slide away. This is a tough one. This is really tough, and there's some other good songs in there. Supersonic's really good. I'm feeling supersonic. Give me gin and Married with Children's really good. Rock and Roll Star. I'm gonna let recency bias win out on this one because it says Reese in the name. So recency bias. I'm gonna go Slide Away. I love that song. They've got all these fat deluxe editions with like every song they've ever done is on every album now for some reason. Be Here Now. This one is it's another tough one. I think Stand By Me is probably still top 10 Oasis songs for me. I think that this album is underrated. I really like Don't Go Away. All Around the World's really good. I love The Girl in the Dirty Shirt. Baby, come dancing with me. The girl who wears the dirty shirt, she knows exactly what she's worth to me. It's nice. I like it. I like this one. I don't know what it is about it. It just makes me feel good. Stand By Me, though. Nobody knows the way it's gonna be. Great one. Great one. You know what's funny, actually? I have a playlist that's like songs that remind me of my friends, and it's pretty new, so I'm slowly adding to it. There's 3 Oasis songs in there, and my friends don't even. It's based on my online friends, so to speak, and none of them even like Oasis, and yet there are 3 Oasis songs in there. Stand By Me is one of them. So that's why it takes the jump a little bit. Oh, Live Forever's in there as well, though. The Master Plan. Holy shit. So this is B-sides. This is all B-sides. It's a B-side compilation. It's one of the best B-side compilations. Let me just check. I haven't checked my webcam for a little while. A bit framey. Has it been framey this entire time? No? I don't know. Hopefully not. The Master Plan. This could be an album, and which is a compliment enough, period. But this could be an album, and it would be a great album. And there are songs on this that made it onto the greatest hits. So yeah, on fuck, what's it called? It's on Stop the Clocks. Stop the Clocks has like Talk Tonight on it, right? It has the Master Plan. It has Acquiesce. This is B-sides, and it's insane. Just open a B-side compilation with Acquiesce. It blows you. It's insane. You listen, and you're like, what the fuck am I about to listen to? Acquiesce is really good. Fade Away is really good. Underneath the Sky is good. Half the World Away is stupid good. However, easy for me. Talk Tonight is top 3 Oasis song to me. In fact, this is the song that fights Wonderwall. As much as I talk about and sing Wonderwall, this Talk Tonight is the song that fights Wonderwall. That's like I think Talk Tonight might be my favorite Oasis song. I adore it, and it's also in my friend's playlist. It's, oh my god, it's so good. It's such a good song, and the story behind it, the night that Noel was like basically done with it all and nearly just like, I mean, he was suicidal. He wanted to kill himself, and this girl that he met on tour was in his hotel room with him and just talked to him and it saved his life, basically. That's why he says, I want to talk tonight until the morning light about how you saved my life. And you know, she's still around and stuff, and I think they're still friends as far as I know. Yeah, this song is incredible. It's so good, and it's one of the first songs. If people want to hear Oasis, it's one of the first songs I recommend. I think it's Noel singing, so for the people who don't like Liam's nasally voice, then Talk Tonight's really good because it's Noel singing. I love Talk Tonight so much. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. Standing on the Shoulders of Giants, I just really don't know well enough to try and pick a song out of. Heathen Chemistry, I should listen to that again. Heathen Chemistry, again, younger me, or me up until like a year ago potentially, probably would have quite comfortably gone with Stop Crying Your Heart Out. I still love the song. It's pretty feel good. It motivates you. 139 million views. Me now, I love Songbird. I think I might honestly go Little by Little. It comes on every now and then, and I'm cool with it. I probably listen to it more than either Stop Crying Your Heart Out or Songbird. So I'm gonna put Little by Little in there. I like the chorus. The lyrics of the verses are a little bit like corny or a little cheesy, as is a lot of Oasis, to be fair. But on this one in particular, I don't really get it. But I really like the chorus. Don't Believe the Truth. Again, this goes with Standing on the Shoulders of Giants. I just need to listen to it again. And then at this point, I kind of yeah, I need to listen to Dig Out Your Soul again as well. What's the story, Morning Glory? This is the toughie. This is absolute slappers front to back. Roll with it, great. Some might say Cast No Shadow, She's Electric, Morning Glory. They're all great. Great songs. And yet they don't even get to the upper echelon of this album. Wonderwall, Don't Look Back in Anger, and Champagne Supernova. I know I've probably said already that there are three. I've probably already said 3 songs are in my top 3 Oasis songs, and yet all 3 of these are also all in my top 3. Mathematically, doesn't make sense. I don't care. I mean, what do you need me to say about Wonderwall? A billion streams. That happened recently, like a month ago, and it's already nearly at 1.1. That's insane. It's and I know it's Wonderwall. It's a meme to some people, but to some people it's a lifestyle. No, for real. Again, listen. It's been a running grope. What? I was going to say it's been a running joke amongst our group. I did not mean to say group. It's been a running joke amongst our friend group for like a good couple months now. I've explained the song. I've sung it to them many a time. I've spoken to friends, family members about the song somehow. It's been a running joke amongst the group. But it's also, you know, if you're a friend of mine watching this, it's no secret that I just love this song. It's so good. This song, to me, is perfect. I think it's flawless. I love it. I love the message behind it. And again, as I said with the AM stuff, the song in particular does get me thinking about someone I don't really want to be thinking about right now, or shouldn't be thinking about right now. Probably shouldn't be. I understand the voice. I know some people don't like Liam's voice. They don't like the nasaliness. Fair enough. It's such a good song, dude. I don't get it. I don't even know how to articulate why, why this is the case. And obviously, you know, being from Manchester and stuff, and the right sort of age, I just grew up on this song, and everyone loved this song. You know, through high school and stuff, I performed this song for a music project. Played the bass for it. That's a story for another day. Again, I told my friends a story the other day, but it's whatever now. But listen, it's I don't know what to tell you. However, Don't Look Back in Anger is basically, and both of these are, Don't Look Back in Anger is basically Manchester's anthem now, and for Manchester loving reasons, hits a different type of way since 2017. And Champagne Supernova is just something else. This song is like peak Oasis, I think. In terms of like lyrically, emotionally. Here's Talk Tonight and Acquiesce again, and Underneath the Sky, the Swamp Song and the Masterfly. Champagne Supernova, an incredible album closer, by the way, and just like the emotion of it, and like the structure of it, the production is limited because it always has been for Oasis, that's their thing. But like there have always been like relatively lo-fi, but like you can't explain like the explosion on that one, or what they did with that one, or I never know how to talk about Oasis because I just love them so much right now. This is tough. I think for how much my friends have had to endure me singing it in calls to them, it has to be, surely, it has to be. But I've got to say, Don't Look Back in Anger is very close, Champagne Supernova is very close, and then even behind those, Roll With It, some might say Cast No Shadow, She's Electric, Morning Glory are all insanely good songs as well. That said, my god, has this been way too long. And this series is going to go on forever. because I'm going to have so many artists. So this is what we're looking at right now. We've got Mardy Bum, Do Me a Favour, Crying Lightning, Love is a Laser Quest, I Want to Be Yours, Ocean Eyes, I Love You, My 19th Birthday, Psycho, World Star Money, Yeah Right, Run, Lost, Nights, Slide Away, Stand By Me, Talk Tonight, Little by Little, and Wonderwall. Good lord. On that, that's going to do the first episode. As I said, I actually had great fun with that. My concern with this series is just how long it could be. This could potentially be like 30 episodes that are 45 minutes long each. It might get a little out of hand, potentially. So I think I need to work on... Oh, there's the group chat's plugging, maybe? I don't get... The notifications are fucked. Little by little, finally got the 5-star on my second account. Oh, she got catching. Good for you, Spinko, good for you. Little by little. Oh, dude, NL went live with Dan playing Valorant half an hour ago. Shit, I'm late. I want to watch that. I enjoy those. Thanks for watching. I like I said, I would like to do more of these. I think what I need to do is, and I'll reassess if I do my library tonight. I'll reassess where I'm at after I've done my library, and if it's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of albums, we'll think about it. Although we just did, how much did we just do? Like, easily, how many songs is this? We just did 19 albums. If I can pump out 20 albums an episode, and if I can speed it up a little bit and do, like, maybe 25 an episode, maybe it won't be too bad. But that said, let me know what you thought, or don't. It doesn't really matter. We'll probably talk about it at some point. Yeah, I had fun with that, and I would like to do more, I think. I just need to kind of figure out the format a little bit, potentially. But I had fun. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining me, talking about some bands and artists that I like. I guess tonight I will work on my library a little bit, and see where it takes us. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go feed the cats, I think. I'll see you guys later. Later, guys. Bonk.